Evening, everyone. It's Nurse Honeybabe and Golgan, and we're back, and we're gonna try to finally finish up Outer Wilds.
What happened last time?
Last time I was barely awake. So I know that Golgan finally removed the warp core that was hiding in Ash Twin, and after that all hell kind of broke loose and the sun went supernova, and excuse me. So the sun went basically supernova pretty fast because everything just wiped out.
Explain how I figured out how to get into the core.
I'm still not really sure. You got into the core via one of the warps.
Yeah, I remember Ash Twin
And
Ember Twin.
The Ash Twin
have two towers, and each one warps to a different location.
Yeah, so you use the Ash Twin warp.
And the problem was that the sand would always carry me up, and I didn't really think anything of it.
Yeah.
And then...
Oh, excuse me.
They said that one warp was impossible to do because of what would happen. But it had two warps, and I would always use one. I'm like, okay, well, that's it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I started thinking, what haven't I done? I'm like, I think there's a warp I haven't used because of the sand getting in my way. And so then I actually tried to beat the sand, and then I did beat it, and it warped me inside. And I found every other data entry, right?
Right.
Remember that the sand would always take me at the other warp, so I never really thought of it because I would just focus on getting into Giant's Deep and getting into the fossil. So I never really thought about getting to the core because it never became an issue until I didn't have a warp core. You see there, you see the sand starts, and once the sand starts,
you're like pretty close to it.
Yeah, but once the sand starts to pull me up. And I never had a bother with this planet because I never needed to warp anywhere because I always could just travel there. And so once they finally figured out Giant's Deep and then the anglerfish, and then I got to the vessel, I'm like, well, the warp core is broken, so where the hell is the warp core? And I started going to all different places thinking, where can it be, where can it be? And I started to backtrack. And they all kept talking about how the warp core was made for the Ash Twin project. And I'm like, okay, so it's in here. And I kept waiting for the sand to go away. And
is my water over there?
Yeah. And every time the sand went away, the core was revealed. And I'm like, I don't know how to get in here. I can't find an entrance. And then I showed you that whenever we go to that mask dimension thing, that was spinning, had a lot of like little dots on it. And I'm like, those are the dots of the outer core of this planet. I'm like, because it's all like speckled with like a lot of little dots. And I'm like, so clearly that's inside, so I just need to figure out how to get in here. And that's when I kept thinking, they kept talking about how to get in, and it's completely sealed. And I'm like, the only way to get into something that's completely sealed is to warp in. The only way to warp anywhere is by going on here. And, you know, I warped to other planets just to double check them. And I said, and then I used that warp, and it warped me over there, right, to Ember Twin. And you can see the warp on Ember Twin because it has those little squiggly symbols right there. You see, there's little squiggly symbols right.
Yeah, I see them.
Right there. And I'm like, those squiggly symbols are nowhere here, so they have to be inside. And so I went to the tower, and I'm like, I gotta use this warp, and it has to take me in there, or else I'm out of options and ideas. And then when it finally took me there, what did I start to do? Remember what happened when I first warped in?
Yeah, you screamed your lungs out.
Yeah, because my plan finally what?
Worked?
Yeah. So the issue comes in that I can't use the warp until... Also, I cannot... This guy cannot get sucked up by this... Wait, is it coming this way? It should be far enough away, right? It's not gonna fly away.
Oh, you're like totally gonna be sucked up by it.
I'm trying to... There, it's not in the way, right? Because it always passes by like this straight line. And you know that the
Well, I don't
time I
know,
warped
look.
at the very end because this ran out of sand, and now finally would have warped. And then once I saw that the sand kept sucking me up, I'm like, there has to be a way to avoid the sand. And I saw a little room alcove inside. Right? In the meantime, I can't do anything. Okay. They're all gonna come together. I already did it where I heard them all at the same time. Which one do you prefer? Sure. Yeah, bro. But it shouldn't take me. You know why?
Because you're in the building?
And then you remember I saw him running towards it. So the fact that he was running towards it means he was trying to get in what?
You guys get inside. Are
He's
you
trying to get
gonna...
inside.
So, you gonna wait for the next round, or how's
Yeah,
that
it
work?
doesn't warp until it lines up.
Oh.
That's what the warp is for. Remember how everything had to be at the correct angle?
Well, shouldn't you just stand there then?
You know, if I stand here, the sand will take me. You see how it's broken on the top?
Yes.
So the sand comes in and grabs me. And that's why I was never able to use this warp, because it would pull me up before I could use it. But if I hide in here, the warp will activate with the sand, and then I just gotta, you know, fire my rocket downward to keep me down, and then I'll hit the warp. And there's several seconds. You see that? What do you call that thing?
Isn't that the black hole?
The little one. So what do you think we're gonna find? You want to tell people my theory that the eye of the universe is an actual human eye and someone's looking through a microscope, and that this is all like on electrons or something really small?
Well, you just told them.
Yeah, but you don't believe it, right?
I don't know how you're gonna show that.
Right's coming. This thing will activate soon. There. Boom. We're fucking in. And this was the thing that we would always see. You see that spinning stuff is the crust. You can see all those starry things from the top. So you know what I'm gonna do right now? Open it up. Gravity. Take it away.
Oh, is that's what it's for?
And look, the thing stopped. This party's over.
I hope you can find your ship.
Of course I can find it. It's there.
Oh.
And now the game begins.
Watch out.
And all those stars are going out. Remember, it's the natural end of this galaxy. Remember, they were not able to trigger the sun to cause it to go supernova to power the Aston project, so they decided to just wait for it to naturally end. But before that, the comet showed up. They unleashed the ghost matter and killed them all. But what's his name was already on the Quantum Moon. Lights off.
Yo!
Yo! Hey! I was too eager.
Obviously.
Shit.
Oxygen tank damaged.
Quick. That's okay.
Can you even repair it
Sure, why not?
by holding that thing?
let's go, let's go.
Is it windy?
Shit, go, 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 go. Now I got my path to shit. Okay, here we go.
You gotta slow down, man.
Damn it! I went in, it bumped, and it turned me upside down.
Yeah, you were going too fast.
No, because I need momentum to go in, because once I'm in there, I can't shoot my engine, because they'll be aware like they were there. Damn it. Well, if I equip my signal scope, and I look for the distress signal, I should be able to find it without spending that time there. Come on. I need to aim myself and shoot. Because once I go in there, there's no more adjustment. Because then they're going to come out after me. Just got to do it fast. Because remember, that thing is... Oh, shit. There's one thing I forgot. We don't have the combination. We need to grab it from the computer. So with your phone, could you take a photo of the password?
I have the photo on my phone.
Well, let's see, bring it up then. We're gonna need it real quick. So just photograph this.
I have it.
Are you gonna be able to find it in the next 5 minutes?
Yes.
It's the quantum moon. Abort.
Abort?
Yeah, I was about to slam into that. Okay. Okay, here. So do you feel you got it ready?
Yeah.
Okay, get it up, get it ready, let me take a look.
Well, I don't know which side is it. Is it this
That's
side?
why I told you how to take a photo of it on the ship.
I think it's this one.
No,
It's not this one?
no, that's why I said take a photo of it on the ship.
Okay, fine. Is it this one?
No. It's a specific orientation.
Okay.
I told you that for a reason. Look, this is the orientation.
Fine.
Well, let people know why you didn't want to take a photo of it.
Because I already had that photo.
But you didn't.
Yes,
That's the
I
correct
did.
orientation.
It's right there. Right there.
Yeah, but did you know which one it was?
You said no, so it had to be process of elimination.
I don't have time to process elimination. The sun is literally exploding. It's like someone says, okay, take a photo of the password. Like, no, I think I got it memorized. Like, just take a photo. No, I think I got it. Like, okay, what is it? I forgot. Like, why did you take a photo? I didn't want to have that photo on my phone. I'm like, okay, well, now you're dead. Now you destroyed our entire species in existence because you didn't want to take a phone of the password. You're like, well, at least I was able to save a screenshot of this duck with an afro.
Duck. Afro duck.
Okay, heads up. You better be ready. There's no time to... Okay, here we go. I gotta get in as quickly as possible. Okay. Here comes the sun. Look at the sunrise. And here it went. And Okay, let people know where you're looking at on your phone instead of focusing. You know, after this, the game's over. I'm going to delete it.
Okay.
And eradicate it, and you're never going to see it. Oh! I'm in it.
You're in it.
So you better get your final thoughts out now. What was your favorite part of the game? Because it's about to be over. There was a lot of discoveries. There was what's his name over there who became existential crisis man. He's like, oh my god, it's all exploding, it's all happening. He's like, every star is going out.
That sand's gonna sweep you up. Just like it swept up your ship.
What if I parked it somewhere where it wasn't in the way?
Is that why it's floating off?
Well, it needs to come back.
Are you gonna go get it?
Gotta warp first.
You just...
And I can use this warp to warp over there.
I'm reminding you, eat oranges.
See, there ate some. Okay, if this could go down low enough, I'll be able to be in here for the first warp.
I'm reminding you, eat oranges.
It's lining up. Come on, warp. I need that room to protect me. My light's not on. There's a room. There we go. Alright, am I gonna make it or not? Nope, opposite thrusters, come on. Shit, I can hear it coming. Well, you haven't mentioned anything. What was your favorite moment?
I'm thinking... I think finally discovering the comet, the interloper.
What, that the sun melted?
No, because remember we were having trouble figuring it out, and then I told you to look up, and we figured out that's how to get to where we needed to go.
And then we found out that they blew the thing up somehow, opened up. You know, we still haven't discovered what is Dark Bramble. Is it the bad guy? And what is the Ghost Matter? Is that the bad guy? Dark Bramble or Ghost Matter the bad guy? The Inklers are there, remember? Okay, the party's over.
I think the Nomai were their own bad guy. So where's your ship?
I'm going to it. There it is. There's my ship.
Is it buried? buried. Oh boy. Where are you?
You were saying?
Oh.
How do you think I did that?
I have no idea, man.
Well, the ship got taken up by the sand, so...
Yeah, you better hurry. The
Yeah.
sand's coming.
Get in! Ugh! We're out of time. Pump it! Like we can, there's too much sand. Just pump it, damn it. Get out of here. Start Bramble. The music is doing the thing. Let people know what you thought of the music.
It actually kind of reminded me of Stranger Things. Yeah, it's very 80s.
Love quantum music.
This time, slow the fuck down. Are your lights on?
My lights off. Okay, there. See, once I'm in, I remember I can't hit my thruster, or else they're gonna find me. So I just gotta coast. But I gotta coast fast enough so that I have enough time to get in the ship, input the thing, and do the stuff. Once it hits 4, I gotta pump it. Look who's there. See it? Shit, that's about a second countdown. You see it? Look, 55, 54. I have 22 minutes. I can't spend like a minute doing all these coasts. So coast. That's gonna be like 7 minutes. So once I see it, I gotta book it. See, the music only plays when I'm on it. But when I'm not on it, you don't hear the music, right? But then, I'm not moving anymore. Rotate. Okay. Use that to carry me, because remember, once I'm in there, I cannot use my thruster or else they'll come after me. It's going a bit faster than the second countdown. You see, it's like 68, 65, 64, 63, 62. It's like, just come on.
Slow down, man. I know you're in a hurry, but being careless is gonna hurt you. Wow, you're like knocking all the dead. No my. You can't go around.
Just drop it below it. Now I have to do a good lineup.
Well, you're on. Never mind.
Lights off. Fuck, you see what I mean? Once I go in, I cannot do anything. So I have to go in with enough, like, velocity so I can coast by these guys. I don't know if there's another way, but this is the way I've been doing it, right? You see, so from here on, I can only coast. That's it. If I were to hit anything right now, they're gonna wake up and they're gonna be on me. Okay, here we go. 1.6, 1.5. Okay, I'm starting to see it. Remember when I would initially launch in, there would be those circles? I'm like, what the hell is that? Well, now we know that it's the eggs or the angler. What do you call them?
I guess.
That's the one I need to go to, I would only guess. So I cannot hit my thrusters until I get past this. Here, look, try to remember its position. Because it may be that I won't have enough time to go to the distress signal to send it. I might have to go by sight.
It's down there.
It's down there by that line, right?
Yeah.
That was a good shot, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can fly even if there's a thing there. Golden light. There, from here, I book it. And stop.
I mean, I don't know how you're gonna be able to
what?
Put that in, because it looks like the branches are like going through the ship. Will the ship be able to disappear?
The issue was at the other cells that I grabbed.
You went too far. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around.
See? The issue was that thing was broken. Here you go, buddy. Boom! Fucking leaving this place.
What about the other one? I thought you were gonna,
No, I gotta move it over there.
yeah.
Here we go. Alright. First symbol, what's it look like? Grab it. So we start
There, up,
up,
across.
like that.
Yeah. Down, over.
Now let's get out of here. Okay, next one.
There,
Boom.
there,
Boom.
there.
Boom. Nope, come on.
Yeah. Oh. There.
Here we go. Hey. Last one. Here. Here.
Up,
Here.
down,
Here.
up,
Here.
up.
Now gotta carefully put it through so it doesn't touch anything. Boom! Those are the coordinates, baby. Coordinates are in.
Push it over to there. Do you push that thing up? Push the thing up. That thing up. Did that do anything? No?
Hey, you gotta blast off. These are the correct coordinates. Right? Let me look at the photo. Wait, eye coordinates. They appear there.
Yeah.
That's what I put in.
Yes.
So what's the problem?
I don't know.
Boom, boom.
You're running out of time.
No! Why won't you warp? Shit! Wait, do they have to be out?
I told you I didn't know how it was gonna warp.
Warp me! What do I have to do? Is that a teleporter? I put them in, right?
Yeah, see what happened? You're
What
like,
happened?
oh, it's gonna take me 20 minutes to finish this game. Obviously not.
How do I drive it? Is there something I'm missing there?
Probably.
Or what do you think it is?
I don't know.
Because I hit it, the thing like went up, it like locked it in. It's like, okay, we're good to go. I thought I would put it in, the ship would go like, beep, 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 ah! And then like all these holograms would appear and it'd be like, okay, we're good to go. What could be stopping it from launching? Okay, well, now we know where it is, right? Do you remember?
Mm.
But why did it like pop up the eye coordinates right down the bottom as if like I didn't do it right? Maybe, do I have to do it in reverse? Maybe I have to do it in opposite? Like enter the last one and then the first one? What do you think? Let's see if anything new appeared. Oh, look at the vessel. We got some new information. Jen. Okay. Activate 3-sided pillar appears to be some sort of input device. Da, 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 da.
Mmm.
Hey, don't cheat. What are you doing?
I'm cheating!
Don't cheat. Why are you cheating?
There's still actually a lot more left.
What?
Yeah.
You're cheating. You gotta let people know why you're cheating.
Because I don't know where to go from here. That's why I was looking.
So that's what you've been doing?
So you know when my brother and I had, you know, these video games and we had these like, I don't know, they were like code books or whatever to tell you how to get through the game. Was that cheating?
Yeah, that's cheating. That's why they're called cheat guides. Cheats in the name.
And we would only use them if we were totally stuck and didn't know what to do.
And I've been totally stuck lots of times, right?
Yeah?
And I eventually figured things out. Right? So, I'm gonna input that and see what changes on the ship. You're saying, oh, there's still a lot more to do. I don't believe it.
There is. I saw it.
You saw it?
Yeah.
And you were like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? And you don't think I'll be able to reach that? Just by using my brain power?
Well, you were right into going back to the ship. I said you were right in going back to the ship.
The part here is I have to wait now. Hey, something's sucking me in. It's sucking me. This time I'm gonna park my ship somewhere where it doesn't get sucked. See, if I follow this line, I'll never get sucked. Why? Because I'm gonna be following right behind it. My ship is like crooked. There we go. Still crooked. Okay. There. Now I'm straight. Okay, there.
The line doesn't go around the same way.
What?
You said you're following around the line. Isn't the line just follow the same path?
Kind of.
Then why are you trying to land behind it?
No, because I'm trying to make sure if it's traveling that way, then I know I could just do this. And if I park my ship over here, it shouldn't be anywhere near it, based on the line it's doing, right? So we're just gonna look at that building and wait for it to. Okay, so you can let people know how you and your brother cheated at video games, and then you could be in trouble.
We didn't cheat. Can you hand me some lotion?
Yeah, don't you know that's why all the puzzle games you just have to bash your head against the wall until you figure something out?
That explains a lot from you.
Why? But eventually I figure it out.
Ouch.
I just keep doing it. Huh. If I'm diagonal from them, I'm definitely not gonna get some. Lights off. So now you remember how to do it, right? We saw the vine, and then once we go in, it's like to the bottom right? It's like that. I don't need to waste time going that way. Done!
What, you falling asleep?
No, it's gonna uncover. Bullshit! I put a diagonal.
I told you.
It approaches from different angles. Look at it go. Look, it went sideways.
And there goes your ship. I'm being swept up. And that probably hurt.
It literally fucking went sideways, look. And then once it's up here, it goes... Well, look at these go. Look at them. Look at it rotate. Look. It's cold. Look at this. I can see space on the ship. Okay, so you gotta tell the people about how you and your brother would look things up. And what would he say? This isn't cheating, this is research.
We didn't even consider it cheating. We considered it part of the game.
Part of the game? She's like, here, let's look at this cheat guy. Cactus. Okay, here we go, it's coming. There goes my ship. Look, I can see it, it's coming. And I can hear it. Did you see that?
I think you're getting hasty.
I literally walked into it and it didn't activate before I stepped onto it. Instead, the sand took me up. I lost my ship. I lost the sand. I want to make sure my ship is far away from it. Do you see now how people say you can beat this in 20 minutes?
No.
There is nothing stopping me from getting the warp core, ever. Because look, this is the beginning. I get the warp core, and then I go to the vessel, and that's it. Do you see that?
Yeah, but the vessel is not the end.
What are you saying? I'm beating the game right now. You're trying to stop me.
There's other places you have to go.
We'll see about that.
Yeah, you gotta warp. Once you're on the ship.
Slam into this.
You quite literally did.
No, but I was backing up.
Were you?
I was.
It didn't look like it.
This wasn't enough. Look at
You
this.
treat your ship like shit.
Look at this. Shiny, shiny. Look what it says on that. Respect the brand. Look.
Outer Wild Ventures.
And look at their little logo. What is it?
Yeah.
You gotta respect the hustle. Yeah. that thing. Sand everywhere. Boy, you gotta tell people about the game that you played with your brother that you guys looked up the most information on.
I don't remember.
Okay, name 2. Did you look up how to do things in Banjo-Kazooie?
Maybe.
On what?
I'm trying to think. Probably Goldeneye.
More of the sand. If the sand never travels there, I'm gonna leave it next to that energy tower. Okay. If I leave it here, it should not get sucked up. Because I'm literally watching it pass by, right? Look. Far away. Nowhere nearby. There's no way it crosses every single bit of the planet. Okay, so now I just need to find it. Where are the things? It should be at the center of the planet. Okay. And now we walk. Over the towers.
It hasn't even, the sands haven't even started, have they? Oh. Where is it? Oh, there it is.
Where the hell are the towers? I don't see anything. Oh!
There you go.
Velocity, velocity! Fuck. Fuck. Look at that sand. Goodbye, Scout. Okay. My cactus path. There's cactus. This is the part where the sucking happens. Now I just need to wait here, and you have to be patient, right?
This is hurting my ear.
Well, then have it on your shoulder.
Have it on your shoulder. Here.
There, you see? That's where the sand is in relation to me. Look at all the stars going off. They're all blowing up. You see it's rotating at the same time. You see how it spins like clockwork? It's in orbit around here. It's also spinning around, but it's also spinning itself. That's why they're not exactly connected, because you see how they're rotating independently of the connection? It's coming. Hey, cactus. There. Okay, so I did not jump. Let's go, let's go. What are you doing? Oh, stuck. Damn it! You need to remind me to refuel when we get to the ship, okay? Did you remember that? Hey, what are you doing?
I'm sitting here.
Okay, well, I need you to react. I need you to remember, because then we're gonna keep dying over and over again.
Because you don't have fuel.
Okay, Ori saves time by not chasing my ship. Refueled. Sun's over there. I'm not gonna smash into it. Comet's over there.
I'll be all the way over there. Do you not see it?
Yeah, but I need a hook to that. I'm gonna need a hook up to a thing and then slingshot my way over there. There, the yellow. What's wrong? It's not the fucking way.
You went to Feldspar instead? You're gonna hit that.
For some reason, it wasn't the one I went in. It's above. I guess it's probably slightly different depending on which hole I go through. So I need to put the scout in, or else it's not going to be the correct one. Wasn't it before it was on the bottom and the right? Are you sleepy? Don't have time. You gotta go. Okay, bring out the photo. Come on. There, that thing comes down.
Push it that way first.
Let me see.
The coordinates are right down in the corner. You don't need the photo.
They weren't there before, but they've appeared since. They saw when they appeared. So they said, like, look, the coordinates just appeared. Okay, now don't say anything because you know the answer.
I don't know the answer. I was just scrolling through. Now move the thing.
You were saying?
It's not the end. Head out there. Head out there.
Hold on, look. I'm gonna need to record this. See, I kept messing with all this. Huh. I'm gonna need to open that.
Move that.
You see, you keep saying you don't think I know what I'm gonna do? I told you, you read it. There's the vessel. There's the sun.
What was that? Turn around.
What?
Oh, I thought I saw some. Oh, it's just that.
The ship is there.
Well, do you know where to go?
Yeah.
Where?
I'm gonna explore. It's not about reading a guide and know where to go. It's about exploring and based on your surroundings. Look, there's the eye.
What?
You don't see those lines?
Oh.
Video games have visual cues for you to know what to do. It's about knowing what they are and reading them. I think I was able to discover everything just by intuition. And you see how this... Why would I use this? Because I would need to find the quantum core here. That's why I put it to this. This would guide me.
I can't see. There's a tree there.
No, it's not. God damn it.
You have to fling it so fast? I mean, so far?
Now I'm trying to fling it on the rock that's appearing in front of me. Ah! This ain't gonna vanish as long as I got a photo of it. Here we go.
Yup. What? I guess go in the hole. Do you go in the hole? There's nothing in the hole.
Here we go.
Is that where you go?
This is the string theory world.
Fuck.
Are you starting to get freaked out?
Go forward.
I cannot.
You can't.
I can't retrieve it.
You probably weren't supposed to.
At the end of the universe.
Go forward. No, not.
No, I'm gonna look. I'm exploring this area. This is in the future.
Able to reach the eye of the universe.
Yeah, didn't you read what it said? Look. To explore the solar system at the end of the universe.
Yeah.
That's not what it was for at the beginning.
It wasn't?
No, they don't know they're at the end of the universe. A Harthian was able to reach the eye of the universe. Remember quantum stuff, future, past, present. The marvels are gone. There's no more gravity. The angler is dead. Look at that. At the end of its lifespan, our sun collapsed under its own gravity and then exploded in a violent supernova. You see, this is all different. It used to talk about the stages, but now it's saying like, oh, this is what happened.
I'll read what that says now. We will perish in the oncoming death, and yet we will miss the anglerfish the least.
Remember how much issues and troubles it caused?
Yeah.
On the oncoming death of the universe. It's not just the solar system. Everything ended. So maybe they found a quantum place where they could be safe. And it's only Outer Wilds frequency. That means someone's going to be playing some music for me to find them.
Turn around and read that bit. Can you turn that off though?
We're following a signal from the eye of the universe. They perished when the interloper arrived, bringing with it the deadly substance we call ghost matter that flooded the entire solar system almost instantly and without warning. You see when the interloper arrived?
You gotta head up there?
Well, and look, they closed off the thing to go to the quantum area. Making sure this is everything. Did I read everything? Didn't you see all those pocket quantum dimension things everywhere?
Yes.
Well, we arrived at... Have you never seen Gravity?
No.
Quantum stuff, black holes?
Can you stop saying quantum? It's so annoying now.
Yeah, well look, this is the quantum.
No, that looks like a universe exploding.
You see, at first I thought the points of light in the similar star, but they're not. They're galaxies. I'm telling you about with the universe to continue at least 1,000 times more grasping than we previously imagined. I think I need to sit down. And according to my redshift calculation, every single galaxy in this image is moving away from us. In fact, the further away a galaxy is, the faster it appears to be moving away. It's almost as if the entire universe is expanding. But if that's true, was everything closer together in the past? And how far back can we extrapolate? Did the universe have a beginning? You know the Big Bang? You know the big stretch? Okay, I'm going to look at this now. This used to be the math thing. But now instead of showing the solar system, it looks like it's showing either the galaxy, a cluster, or the universe.
Oh my god, you're all alone.
That's a cluster. I need to listen for the music. Music has strings. Music is string theory. Vibrations.
Why don't you move forward to the light?
This is the Outer Wilds. This is the opening. I knew it.
Can you turn that off?
How else am I gonna find them?
You're not gonna find them. Walking away.
Now they're all vanishing. You know how I can't equip this, but I can equip my signal scope, and the only frequency is the Outer Wilds Ventures? That means I gotta find them with this, the music. Or else how am I gonna find anyone? Because why do you think this is the only thing I could use? If I didn't need it, they wouldn't have let me select it. Do you understand?
I don't like how you can't see anything. Are you on the ground? Are you floating? What's going on?
I can't tell because I have no reference.
There's no way that you don't have any
You see, look.
light?
Nope.
So how can you move? Are you moving?
Look.
This is giving me anxiety.
Oh. Aha! I knew it! Everyone's gonna be playing music.
Why does it sound like breathing then?
What?
Wasn't that you?
Was it? Was it me from another
What's
dimension?
that? Turn. Oh, I thought I saw something.
What?
They're tiny. They're shrinking. This is too much like, fucking,
What?
that one space movie with Matthew McConaughey.
I said Gravity. Isn't that what it's called? Interstellar.
Interstellar.
So you did watch Interstellar?
Yeah, Gravity's with
Yeah.
fucking Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, then Interstellar, the one with the black holes and quantum stuff.
Yeah. That was
Here we go.
That gave me a headache. I don't think you're supposed to be eating marshmallows all the time.
Third one's the charm. The rule of three, the Trinity, Jesus. Watch. Now. Now that I ate my three, they're all gonna be behind me. My shadow. It's me.
All this stuff appearing and disappearing is freaking me out. Talk to him.
Yeah, I told you it's quantum. You see?
No, I don't hear fucking music.
Here. You know how you're reacting? Remember like the guy at the end of the universe, like, what's happening? What's going on? Ah. You hear music?
No, it's because it's making me anxious.
You see? Boom.
That's the guy from Brittle Hollow. Are you still moving?
I should be.
Apparently not. You hit a wall. It's this fucking banjo. What happened to him? He's dead. Okay.
I know how to get in.
Then how?
If I don't see it, I should be able to walk forward. Come on.
Yeah, because it was in front of you and now that's gone. Now it's gone. Why? It was open. Why'd you do that?
What do you mean it was open?
It was open. Stop it. Stop moving.
And they were finally quantumed in there.
Head back to the fire.
Now you see why this plays here? That intro is the end. Uh-oh.
Talk to him now. It's okay. Talk to the other guy.
It might not even exist here.
Probably. Guess you go back and look. Ah! Is that shirt? What about shirt? He was playing. Ah!
Okay, let's go get everyone then. We gotta get the band back together. You see now?
I guess.
Are you less freaked out now?
No, it's still freaking out.
Remember who had this? Red Giants.
You gotta keep... Gather. Did you gather his drums?
Use his gun. Even if our stars will ultimately kill us.
You're talking to ghosts.
Now wait here, remember that while you gather everybody.
They're all dead. Put your thing out.
Remember, at first you didn't want me to have it out.
Not that one, not yet.
His flute?
Gabbro?
His poem.
No, it's not.
Do you remember his quantum poem? That he wrote it? In the quantum 4, he's like, what'd you think of my poem? And that's where we found about quantum things moving. That's all you stuff.
Did you gather it?
Yeah.
the fuck?
Well, remember who dealt with the anglerfish? And the jellies! They're all here.
Okay, is that everyone? I think now you go get that one.
You see? Told you were getting the band back together.
Well, finish the last bit.
Don't need me yet, but you will. Actually, you found me.
Get the others.
Who's missing?
Obviously someone. Because it's a 5-pointed star. Someone else has to sit there. So,
6.
go to the other...
Yeah, you know who's missing?
Who?
The Nomai.
Yeah,
They were
go
part of it
to
too.
the... Finally listen to that bit.
See? Because they were always looking towards the what?
There. Oh, they're climbing. Go. Fly up, I guess. Oh.
Get up there.
Oh.
Let's go, Nomai. They were the final ones. Remember they helped make it happen? Oh, you remember this? You remember how to work it?
Go up. Go up. Nope. Gather it. There.
You see the guy on the quantum moon, the one who made it. Solonam,
It's a woman.
a conscious observer has entered the eye. I wonder what happens now. See, because what happens if the person who's observing the thing is inside the thing? How could you observe the thing that you're in? Is it time to find out? Yes. Wait. You guys know he's here?
What? Why aren't you saying yes?
I want to see what they say.
They're all asking if you want to start.
With the whole group, not yet. I know they're all very anxious. to
What
get
are you
started.
doing?
I want to hear what they have to say.
They're all
Take
saying
your
that...
time. I don't think there's anything left to go supernova. So who should begin first?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay.
Quantum mechanics depends on vibrations of reality, and that's what music is.
Start with the next person.
You see? He's doing it. looks like a quantum cloud. It's not anywhere until I observe it. I'm gonna observe it. Creating the Big Bang. We're gonna remake everything. The rules are about to change. By the end of everything. That's now, but that's, you know, that's okay. It's never really going to be a future that we saw in the past, even if we won't get to see it. So it's some time for something new now. We reach the end of our journey. Other rings collapsing, new world possibilities before us. When I tell you that quantum is everything until you observe it, I'm about to observe it. Yes.
Do you move forward?
Huh?
Move forward.
Enveloping me. Can't move.
Oh. It seemed like it cracked your windscreen. Your windshield. Now it's over.
We restarted the universe. Do you see? You see, they said, well, let's see how the next one is. So what do you think?
It got too much for me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So did you like it? Even though there was a lot of frustrating bits with getting stuck in some parts, but it all got figured out, right? I just wasn't doing the lifting the thing up when I needed to. So what do you think is going to appear after this?
I'll just go back to the opening.
You sure?
Yeah.
Look, Parthian and Nomai architecture, that's what everyone worked on. So who do you like that worked on it? Look, you can see what each person worked on. Character rigger, sound designer Chuck Rossum. Third party and middleware, Unity. Oh wait, this is for Fig? I didn't know that. Look, it's Fig.
I don't know what Fig is.
Have you heard of Kickstarter? It's where people give money to make a game. So it's just Alex Rigalopoulos. So it's made by people who... I funded several games by Fig. I mean, not Fig, on Kickstarter. Like, what's another big Kickstarter game? The Google Kickstarter games, and you'll see which ones have been made by people. Where it's just people giving a dude money and then they make it. What are we looking at? Wait. What is that? My name could be on this. Playtesters. Oh yeah, you know this, look what it says, thesis advisor. People made the game studying quantum stuff and they wanted to visually show it. And it turned into the game. Here we go. Let's see what happens. You think nothing's gonna change? Okay, let's see. Hmm? 14.3 billion years later, the start of a new universe? Is it gonna be Earth? Or is it going to be the Nomai alive? Are those bugs? It's bugs! Now it's bugs living there instead of what? Amphibians?
I think those things were still bugs.
No, we were amphibians. We lived in the water. We had slimy skin. There was the mural of them crawling out of the water as like amphibians. They're bugs. Let's see. Now look at that. So you see what this was? Look. This is where they were standing to play the music to create the new universe. 14.3 billion years later, you see they recreated the Big Bang. The solar system at the end of the universe. Load previous save. You remember I hadn't fully explored the thing? Now what is the ship gonna say? Alright, you think there are gonna be bugs there? What do you think's gonna be there? He's a bug now. Let's see. So let's see what the computer remembers. Because the computer knows what we did. Here. I tried to call for help, but vessel's awkward message and broke during a crash. I found a recording of original signal of the Nomai encounter from the eye of the universe. The Nomai were worried the signal might disappear, so they warped into the Gatel. I mean, there's more to explore here. But I have to go in there, warp, and go back to my ship? How do I explore the last bit? I beat the game.
Well, you did the game, so stop doing the game.
Stop doing the game?
Yeah.
And then what?
It's done. You finished.
Even though there's that last bit of information, the secret ending?
Then, no, there's no secret ending.
There's no more secret ending?
No.
You can't let people know no more secret ending. I'm gonna find that secret ending.
Well, not when I'm around.
Not when you're around.
I'm over this game.
You're over it?
Yeah.
Well, let them know you're over it.
I'm over it because I can't stand you say the word quantum anymore.
Quantum?
It's fucking annoying.
Because of what?
Because, how you say it? Quantum.
Quantum.
Yeah, quantum.
And how do you say it?
Quantum.
And how do I say it?
Quantum.
Quantum?
Quantum.
That's the issue? And that's your issue with the quantum?
Quantum.
Quantum.
Quantum. Here.
Okay, say bye. Say you're never gonna talk to them again.
What?
Say get it off me.
No.
Okay, say bye.
Thank you for watching us play Outer Wilds. It was frustrating, to say the least, as I'm sure you guys have heard us argue throughout this entire gameplay. So, but I think we'll move on to another one. Thank you. Bye.